regimului. Au fost la noi în țară reprezentanții celor mai prestigioase instituții de presă care au transmis în țările lor tot ce s-a întâmplat. Asta pentru că situația din țara noastră a fost una mai puțin întâlnită, alegeri anulate, interferența Rusiei și un candidat cu șanse mari care vorbea de rău propria țară când mergea în străinătate. Ei bine, colega noastră, Ana Maria Roman, a stat de vorbă cu Nicholas Casey, șeful biroului din Madrid al publicației The New York Times și câștigător al premiului Pulitzer, chiar aseară în sediul de campanie lui Nicușor Dan. Haideți să vedem interviul.
The reason I think a lot of people around the world became interested in the election was because it was canceled last year, and that hasn't happened many times at all anywhere in the world. This is an election where there's been accusations of Russian interference, but there's also been a big movement on behalf of Donald Trump and the MAGA movement in the U.S. to support another candidate here. So all of that combination of things is, I think, one of the reasons why this election in particular has been one of the most watched elections in Romania for years.
But what is your opinion about what is happening in our country? Because we have a strong far right, and this is also happening in all other European countries also.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is the right wing has been on the rise throughout Europe, and so Romania is part of that larger story where you're seeing right-wing parties, nationalist parties, parties which are skeptical of the European Union and of NATO on the rise. And I think a large reason for that is because people often in the countryside, or in the case of Romania, people in the diaspora have been upset with how the mainstream parties have performed back in Bucharest. This is even the case in the United States, where I think largely the reasons why Donald Trump was able to come to power for a second time was because people are upset with the mainstream. So I don't think Romania is an outlier here, but I think what seems to be happening in the election, this result, it actually separates Romania from the rest of the countries. We actually see someone not from the right who seems to be succeeding very well tonight.
You're based in Madrid, but you're from the United States?
Yeah, I grew up in California.
Why do you think the Trump administration reacted how they reacted regarding Romanian elections? And why do you think they supported some far-right leaders all over Europe?
Yeah, I think the Trump administration, I think the MAGA movement is looking to have long-term alliances with non-establishment parties from the right that they see as their ideological partners. And that's part of the reason why they're interested in our here in Romania, but this is the same reason they're interested in Viktor Orban's party in Hungary, and have been making these outreach to the AfD in Germany as well, not just through through J.D. Vance, but also through Elon Musk, who's effectively become part of the government in the U.S. as well. So I think that the goal in this is to set MAGA up with partners in Europe that it feels are like-minded and that it can work with in the future. And that was what was going on in this election as well.
Now they will have to collaborate with Nicușor Dan, the new president.
Exactly. I mean, we'll all be kind of talking to Romanians tomorrow about how they voted and why, but it seems that the strategy, at least for Trump, of trying to back a nationalist here is backfired. It doesn't seem to be working right now. Kind of like what we saw in Canada, where there was a conservative candidate and one who actually positions himself as anti-Trump, as the anti-Trump person that won. It's not an uncommon story that people don't generally like when foreign countries meddled in their elections. Like, that started in 2024 with Russia, and there was a bad reaction against that. And now we're seeing sort of once again kind of perhaps a reaction against American interference this time in this election.